Few experiences are as painful as witnessing someone use the past as a weapon. An old mistake, a moment of fragility, a misguided decision, and suddenly everything that was once overcome returns with force, thrown as an accusation. In that delicate instant, the natural reaction is defensive. To justify, to explain, to try to prove the transformation that has taken place. However, true wisdom does not reside in impulsive reaction, but in a calculated, serene response grounded in solid principles. There is a fundamental principle that states, no one is truly free unless they are the master of themselves. This autonomy naturally includes command over one's own personal narrative. The past, no matter how challenging, should not serve as a lifelong prison, but as a valuable teacher. Every mistake made, every wound carried, every disappointment faced, all of it contributes to shaping who one is today. The challenge arises when some people show an inability to accept another's evolution. In such cases, they try to reduce a person to who they once were, ignoring entirely who they have become. They seek to provoke shame about chapters long closed, pages long turned. Yet, there is a profound and liberating understanding to be reached. No one has the legitimate right to turn another's past into a weapon of attack. It only becomes harmful when one voluntarily surrenders that power. For this reason, here are 3 responses that disarm any attack. First response, complete acceptance. The first and most powerful strategy, simple yet profound, is to acknowledge without evasion, yes, that happened. There is no denial, no escape, no attempt to erase records. When genuine acceptance exists, the power the other imagines having is instantly removed. Nothing unsettles someone seeking to wound more than the complete absence of shame. By calmly affirming that an event occurred, one demonstrates something essential. Peace has already been made with that chapter. The undeniable truth is that no one can shame someone who has already forgiven themselves. Think of a seasoned warrior who bears visible scars across the body. He does not hide them because he understands that each mark tells a story of survival, resilience, and triumph. Likewise, the past is not a stain to be concealed, but a mark of learning to be honored. Second response, transforming pain into strength. The second approach completely changes the dynamic. I learned from it. This simple statement radically shifts the direction of the conversation. Those who attack expect to find shame, embarrassment, or desperate justifications. But when the answer comes with serenity and acknowledgement of learning, it becomes evident that the past has served as a valuable teacher. What once caused pain now becomes a source of wisdom. An important philosophical principle teaches what truly matters is not what happens, but how one responds to what happens. Every mistake has brought valuable lessons up to the present moment. Every disappointment has taught something about patience, personal boundaries, and deep self-acknowledge. The person today is not identical to who they were in the past, and that transformation is what truly matters. By affirming the lessons learned, the focus shifts entirely away from the past event and toward personal transformation. That shift in perspective is crucial for disarming any attempt at attack. Third response, the revealing mirror. The third strategy is perhaps the most disconcerting and profound. Why are you bringing this up now? This question works like an invisible sword, cutting through the other's intention without raising one's voice. It is not a direct accusation, but a mirror that forces the other to look within and question their own motives. What is the real purpose of reviving someone else's past? Often the hidden intention is to control, to diminish, to imprison the person in what they have already left behind. Many times those who insist on reviving another's past are in truth trying to escape their own. By posing this question, one clearly shows a refusal to participate in that psychological game. The person no longer inhabits that time and will not be dragged back to it. Here fits perfectly a liberating truth. Some people remain in the past for a reason. There is no desire to include them in the present life. Recognizing this, even silently, is a declaration of inner peace. There is no obligation to justify oneself to those who insist on seeing only who you once were, ignoring who you are now. Now that you know the three responses, let's discuss a deeper principle, that other people's opinions do not define your worth. There is an even more fundamental truth underlying these three responses, the understanding that external opinion does not define anyone's intrinsic value. The past does not determine the present. Other people's judgment is merely a shadow. It only hurts if you give it too much importance. Valuable teaching says, choose not to be harmed, and you will not feel harmed. Do not feel harmed, and you haven't been. When someone tries to cause pain by using the past as a weapon, that is precisely the moment to apply this wisdom. The attack should be viewed as an external phenomenon, like a storm. You can't control the rain, but you can choose how to protect yourself. You can run desperately. You can complain bitterly. Or you can simply raise a shelter of serenity. The choice defines the experience. It's essential to remember, those who try to imprison others in their past are, in truth, revealing their own lack of self-control, exposing unhealed wounds and unresolved issues. True strength does not lie in winning heated arguments, but in refusing to let others' words disturb one's inner calm. When the response comes calmly, it shows genuine growth. When there is a choice for strategic silence, it proves real evolution. And when one moves forward with determination, it definitively proves that the past does not define identity. It only teaches valuable lessons. Therefore, when someone tries to use your past as a weapon, avoid reacting with impulsive anger. Breathe deeply, and remember, the past is just a chapter already read, understood, and left behind. You owe no debt to anyone but your own inner peace. Speak always with preserved dignity. Walk with lightness in your heart. Keep writing new pages of your personal story, now with more awareness, maturity, and serenity. When you cultivate the consistent habit of protecting your inner peace, life gradually transforms. Impulsive reactions fade, understanding deepens, serenity expands. After all, true power lies in never allowing the past, yours or anyone else's, to steal the tranquility of the present moment. The journey of liberation from the past doesn't happen instantly. It's a gradual process requiring patience, self-compassion, and firm determination. Every time you choose serenity over anger, your inner structure strengthens. Every time you choose learning over pain, your capacity to live fully in the present expands. This approach doesn't mean pretending the past never existed or minimizing its consequences. On the contrary, it means honestly integrating past experiences, acknowledging both mistakes and successes, and allowing them to contribute to current wisdom without turning into emotional imprisonment. A crucial part of this transformation is self-forgiveness. Many people carry guilt and regret like invisible chains that limit possibilities and prevent progress. Self-forgiveness does not mean approving past mistakes or ignoring their effects. It means recognizing the humanity inherent in the process of growth. Everyone makes mistakes. Everyone faces hardships. Everyone makes decisions that, in hindsight, could have been different. The key question is not whether mistakes occurred, it's what was done with them. Were they transformed into learning? Did they lead to real change in behavior and perspective? Did they contribute to developing greater wisdom and compassion both toward oneself and others? Another essential element in this practice is setting clear and healthy boundaries. Not every conversation deserves participation. Not every attack deserves defense. Some situations simply require calm and firm withdrawal. Setting boundaries is not hostility. It is self-care. It is recognizing that personal energy is a precious resource that must be invested in relationships and situations that nourish, not drain. When someone repeatedly uses the past as a weapon, it may simply be time to reduce or end contact, without guilt or lengthy justification. There is an important distinction to remember: the difference between reacting and responding. Reactions are automatic, often emotional, impulsive. Responses are deliberate, conscious, grounded in values and principles. When someone brings up the past in a harmful way, the natural impulse is to defend, justify, or counterattack. But a wise response involves a pause, a deep breath, and a reflection on which approach truly serves your best self. That pause, simple as it seems, represents a space of freedom. In that brief interval between stimulus and action lies the opportunity to choose consciously instead of reacting automatically. With consistent practice, that space widens, allowing responses increasingly aligned with one's deepest values. Paradoxically, the very aspects of the past that others try to use as weapons can become one's greatest strengths. Those who overcame addiction know the power required for deep change. Those who face depression understand the resilience of the human spirit. Those who made serious mistakes and took responsibility for them developed genuine character. Difficult experiences, when properly processed, do not weaken, they strengthen. They do not diminish, they expand empathy and understanding. They do not limit, they broaden the wisdom needed to face future challenges. Each person is the author of their own narrative. Although not everything that happens can be controlled, one has absolute control over how those events are interpreted and integrated into their story. The same event can be viewed as a permanent trauma or as a transformative turning point. The difference lies in the meaning one chooses. This doesn't mean denying real hardship or pretending everything was easy. It means recognizing the power to choose what meaning to give to past experiences. It means deciding whether the past will be an anchor that holds you down or a wind that propels you forward. Interestingly, when one develops genuine self-compassion, recognizing one's own struggles and challenges, compassion for others often grows as well, even for those who try to use the past as a weapon. Often these people are trapped in their own unresolved pain and unprocessed shame. This doesn't mean tolerating abusive behavior or allowing it to continue. It simply means recognizing shared humanity and common suffering without engaging with it or taking responsibility for healing it. One can have compassion from a distance while maintaining healthy boundaries. It is vital to understand that this journey has no final destination. Personal growth is an ongoing process, not a fixed point to reach. There will always be new challenges, new opportunities to apply these principles, new tests for cultivated serenity. Some days will be easier than others. There will be moments of relapse, situations where automatic reaction wins over conscious response. That's normal and expected. What matters is not perfection, but direction. Every effort, even imperfect, contributes to inner strength. Ultimately, the best response to those who try to use the past as a weapon is simply to live well, to build a life aligned with deep values, to cultivate genuine relationships, and to contribute positively to the world. When the present life is rich with meaning and purpose, the past naturally loses its power to define. Not because it was denied or forgotten, but because it was integrated, processed, and transformed into the foundation for something greater. The past ceases to be a burden and becomes fertile ground where new possibilities grow. True victory does not lie in convincing others of change, nor in proving transformation to those determined not to see it. True victory lies in genuine inner peace, the quiet certainty that growth has occurred, regardless of external recognition. That unshakable inner peace, that deep serenity, is the ultimate proof of real transformation. It doesn't need to be announced or defended, it simply is. And when one lives from that serene center, others' attempts to use the past as a weapon lose all effect. They find nothing to cling to, sliding off the surface of a consciousness already at peace with its own history. This is the invitation to cultivate daily inner peace, to consistently practice these conscious responses, and to allow the present life to become so rich and meaningful that the past becomes what it was always meant to be, a set of valuable lessons that inform the present, without controlling it, that teach without imprisoning, that shape without defining. Thank you for watching. Your support is essential for us to keep sharing knowledge and inspiration with everyone. Please share your thoughts in the comments. Your opinion matters deeply to us. And I'll leave here some additional content that explores related topics in more depth. See you soon.